Okay, everybody, we're going to keep the fun and games moving in our Thanksgiving Day 2021 special with Jeopardy on the Sega Game Gear. This is one of two Sega Game Gear games that we'll be playing. There we go. Alright.
Jeopardy!
Alright, let's do this. Use finding chords for my nickname. Taking on Gale this game. And here are the categories for the Jeopardy round. We have medicine, cowboys and Indians, Africa, Shakespeare, chemistry, and inventions. Africa 100.
The answer is...
He found his roots in Gambia. Who is Alex Haley?
Yes.
Africa 200.
The answer is...
It's made areas uninhabitable because its bite causes African sleeping sickness. What is the tsetse fly?
Yes. The answer is...
In 1822, freed American slaves named this country's capital Monrovia after a U.S. president. What is Liberia?
Correct.
Africa 400.
The answer is...
Celebrated South African folk singer who is probably best known for the Click song. Miriam Makeba.
Correct. The answer is...
Half black and half Arab, it's Africa's largest country in area. What is Sudan?
Yes.
It is indeed Sudan. Chemistry 100.
The answer is...
Coal and diamonds both consist of this element. What is carbon?
Yes.
Chemistry 300.
The answer is...
Common kitchen substance known chemically as sodium chloride. What is salt?
Yes.
Chemistry 300.
The answer is...
Photography uses light-sensitive salts of this metal. What is silver?
Correct?
Chemistry 400.
The answer is
Used in cars' catalytic converters, it's more expensive than gold. What is platinum?
you are right. The answer is
US and Canada produce almost the whole world's supply of this lightest inert gas. What is helium?
yes.
Ran the category. I'll take Cowboys and Indians for 100.
The answer is
A real Mohawk, Jay Silverheels played this Indian on TV. Who was Tonto?
correct.
Cowboys and Indians for 200.
The answer is
This singing cowboy in honor of the California Angels has written more than 250 songs. Who is Gene Autry?
yes.
Cowboys and Indians 300.
The answer is
For 6 years, singer Ed Ames played this TV character's Indian friend, Mingo. Who is Daniel Boone?
you are right.
Let's take Cowboys and Indians for 400.
The answer is
This TV series starred Romanian illegal alien Duncan Ronaldo as a Latino cowboy. Oh, the Cisco Kid. Alright. Let's close it out.
the answer is
Nickname of the talkative, bearded cowboy actor, George Hayes. What is Gabby? Excuse me.
correct.
Alright. I'll take inventions for 100. Or is it inventors? It's inventions. Alright.
The answer is
In 1923, Colonel Jacob Schick patented the first electric one. What is a razor?
correct.
200 inventions.
The answer is
Patented in 1938, this Bureau Brothers invention eliminated inkwells. What is a fountain pen? Or is it a ballpoint pen? We'll say fountain pen. Oops.
no.
Oh, it's the ballpoint pen. Alright. a 50-50, so that's okay. Yeah, it's a ballpoint pen. Alright.
You are right.
That's okay. Inventions 300.
The answer is
Treat invented a name for the day it was illegal to serve ice cream sodas. What's a Sunday?
correct.
Inventions for 400, please.
The answer is
When hung from a saddle, this ancient invention allowed soldiers to fight on horses. What are stirrups?
correct.
Inventions for 500, please.
The answer is
Inspired by his stay at Kellogg's Health Farm, he invented Grape Nuts cereal. Who is Post?
you are right.
Okay, I'll take medicine for 100.
The answer is
Patient isolation. This is something a lot of people are experiencing right now. What is quarantine? And that's due to COVID-19.
correct. The answer is
Anti-malarial drug present in tonic water. What is quinine?
correct.
SOS? Definitely. That is more than okay with me.
The answer is
Cuban doctor Carlos Finley was the first to discover they transmitted yellow fever. What are mosquitoes?
you are right. The answer is
Greek physician who coined the words chronic, relapse, and convalescence. Who is Hippocrates?
yes. The answer is
France was the first major European country to forbid them to practice surgery. What are barbers? Or is it nurses? Let's say nurses instead.
no.
Oh, it is barbers. Oops. So we know the Daily Double is in the category of Shakespeare. Yeah, I should have trusted my first instinct, but that's okay. Always go with your first instinct. That's okay.
The answer is
Hamlet found something rotten in this place. What is Denmark?
yes.
200.
The answer is
The Moor who loved Desdemona not wisely, but too well. Who is Othello?
correct.
300. I'm going to make it a true daily double.
The answer is
Musical based on The Taming of the Shrew. What is Kiss Me Kate?
yes. The answer is
Chubby character who loved his ale and supplied the name for one. Who is Falstaff?
yes. The answer is
She was 8 years older than Shakespeare when he married her. Who is Anne Hathaway?
yes.
So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I have $12,100. Gail has 600, so she'll go first. Africa for 200. We get the Africa category again. Are we going to get the same clues?
The answer is
Yep. The only clue I'm not going to remember is the singer one, but that's okay. So there's no need for me to read the clues again.
correct. The answer is yes. 'The answer is you are right. The answer is yes. answer is.
Oh yeah, Miriam Makeba. I could not remember the name. That's okay.
The answer is.
This creator of Perry Mason himself practiced law for over 20 years. Who is Earl Stanley Gardner?
Correct. The answer is.
How to Win Friends and Influence People has sold over 10 million copies. His How to Win Friends and Influence People has sold over 10 million copies. Dale Carnegie.
The answer is.
In 1965, this novelist predicted that a moon rocket would be launched from Florida. Who is Jules Verne?
Correct. The answer is.
In 1960, Life magazine paid him $100,000 for an article on bullfighting. Who is Ernest Hemingway?
Yes. The answer is.
William Sidney Porter, creator of the Cisco Kid, was better known by this pen name. O. Henry.
Yes. The answer is.
This cat speaks for 9 lives. Who is Morris?
Correct. The answer is.
Dog who went from Petticoat Junction to international stardom. Who is Benji?
Correct. The answer is.
Geppetto's cat in Pinocchio. Who is Figaro?
Yes. answer is
The Hearts dog on Heart to Heart. Who is Freeway?
yes. The answer is
Mom and Dad to Disney's dog Scamp. Who are Lady and the Tramp?
yes. The answer is
British decoration named for a former queen. What is the Victoria Cross?
correct. The answer is
Since 1932, the U.S. badge of military merit has had this colorful name. What is the Purple Heart?
you are right. The answer is
This prize did not have an economics category until 1969. What is the Nobel Peace Prize?
you are right. The answer is
26 years after writing it for the stage, he won his Oscar for the screenplay Pygmalion. Who is George Bernard Shaw?
yes. The answer is
He may disagree with Gene Siskel, but he won the 1935 Pulitzer Prize for Film Criticism. Who is Roger Ebert?
you are right. The answer is
The line ending a presidential press conference. What is "Thank you, Mr. President"?
You are right.
Alright.
The answer is
Hugh Lumpy Branham played this farming friend of Captain Kangaroo. Who is Mr. Green Jeans?
correct. The answer is
In this role, Kate Jackson was in the spy field with the Scarecrow. Who is Mrs. King?
you are right. The answer is
According to Herman's Hermits, she has a lovely daughter. Who is Mrs. Brown?
yes. The answer is
Poitiers sequel to In the Heat of the Night. What is They Call Me Mr. Tibbs?
you are right.
One category left.
The answer is
Vicki Lawrence became a Jeopardy contestant on this sitcom. What is Mama's Family?
yes. The answer is
He went from the Ponderosa to the Prairie. Who is Michael Landon?
yes. The answer is no.
United States had a good time hour and it's Glenn Campbell. Good thing I didn't wager too much. That's alright. Not a big deal. 2 clues left.
The answer is
Jackie Gleason show that rejected the titles The Lovers and The Couple Next Door. What is The Honeymooners?
you are right. answer is
This lawyer made mincemeat of Hamilton burger in court. Who is Perry Mason?
correct.
So I have $47,200. Gail has $1,600. Let's play Final Jeopardy. $2,800 will be my wager.
The answer is
State that was once an independent monarchy.
the answer is
Oh, it's Hawaii. Okay. It's not Texas. Alright. So I'm going to end up with $44,400. That's fine. It'll work. I'll see you all for that next segment right after this.